Artificial intelligence is changing the world faster than ever before. Right now, two names are dominating the conversation: ChatGPT and Gemini. Millions of people use these tools every day for work, learning, content creation, and problem solving. But the question is simple. When it comes to speed, intelligence, creativity, and real-world performance, which AI actually performs better? Today, we are putting ChatGPT and Gemini head-to-head to find out. I'm going to test both of these AI tools by putting them through 6 different challenges in this video. Alright, now I've opened both Gemini and ChatGPT side by side like this. Our first test is the story writing test. So now, I'm going to copy and paste this story writing prompt into both ChatGPT and Gemini. In this test, we'll be looking at emotional impact, creativity, and how surprising the ending is. Alright, now I'm going to submit this prompt. Alright, the story is still being generated right now. Alright, the story has finished generating now. Now, I need to read the stories created by both AI tools. Alright, I'm going to read them now. Alright, I've finished reading both stories. Alright, now let's get ready to decide the winner of our first test. For this test, we're going to choose the winner based on emotional impact, creativity, and how surprising the ending is. Based on those factors, we've decided that Google Gemini is the winner of the first test. Now, let's move on to the second test on our list, which is the business idea test. So, I'm going to paste the business idea prompt now. Alright, I'm going to click the submit button now.
I just don't even care anymore.
Alright, the business idea is still being generated right now. Alright, now I need to read both of these ideas. Alright, I've finished reading everything now. Now, we're going to decide the winner of the second test. For this test, we'll decide the winner based on practical ideas, real-world usefulness, and clarity. After analyzing the information, we've decided that OpenAI ChatGPT is the winner of this test. Now, let's move on to our third test, which is the problem-solving test. I'm going to copy and paste the problem-solving test prompt like this. Okay, now I'm going to submit this prompt. Alright, now I need to read both of these ideas.
Oh well.
Alright, I've finished reading everything now. For this test, we'll choose the winner based on reasoning, depth of analysis, and practical advice. After considering all of these factors, the winner of our third test, the problem-solving test, is OpenAI ChatGPT. Alright, our next test is the image creation test, but I've got a different idea. I'm thinking we should first do the AI image prompt test, which is number 6 on our list, and then use the prompt it generates for our fourth test, the image creation test. Alright, now I'm going to copy and paste the prompt for the AI image prompt test. Okay, now I'm going to submit this prompt. Alright, we've got the image prompt generated now. Alright, now we're going to use this prompt for our fourth test, which is the image creation test. We'll complete both of these tests and then find out who comes out as the winner. Alright, for our fourth test, we're going to enter the prompt like this. First, I'm going to copy and paste ChatGPT's image prompt into Gemini and submit it. Alright, I've now copied and pasted ChatGPT's prompt into Gemini. As you can see, our image is being generated now. Alright, our image has finished generating. Alright, now what I'm going to do is copy and paste the image prompt generated by Gemini back into Gemini itself and see what kind of result we get. Alright, I'm now submitting Gemini's prompt back into Gemini like this. Alright, our image has finished generating. As you can see, this is the image we got after submitting Gemini's own prompt back into Gemini. And this one here is the image we got after submitting ChatGPT's prompt into Gemini. As you can see here, this is ChatGPT's prompt, and this is the image generated from it. As you can see here, this is the image we got after using Gemini's own prompt in Gemini. To put it simply, the image labeled Gemini was generated by Gemini using its own prompt, and the image labeled ChatGPT was generated by Gemini using ChatGPT's prompt. What's interesting is that even though these prompts were created by two different AI tools, both of them generated images that look about 95% similar. How did that happen? Alright, now let's do the same thing by copying and pasting Gemini's prompt into ChatGPT and see what happens. Alright, I've now copied and pasted Gemini's prompt into ChatGPT. The image on the right, labeled ChatGPT, is the one generated from it. To put it simply, what we're looking at here is a comparison of two images created by two different AI tools using the exact same prompt. At first glance, it's pretty clear that the ChatGPT image looks better here. As you can see, even though both images were created using the exact same prompt, they look completely different. Because of that, we can already determine a winner for this round. After carefully analyzing all of the information and results we gathered, we've concluded that OpenAI ChatGPT is the winner of both of these test rounds. Alright, now we're moving on to our final test, which is the YouTube script test. So I'm going to copy and paste the prompt we need for this one. Alright, we've got the script generated like this. Now I'm going to read through it. Alright, for our final test, I've now finished analyzing all the information and reviewing the results. Based on everything we found, the winner of this test is Google Gemini. And with that, the final results of this battle between two AI giants are about to be revealed. After all of these tests, the overall winner is OpenAI ChatGPT.